Hi guys, it's Amanda. I don't know whether you're watching me on Facebook or whether you're watching me on YouTube. I might try and get this up on YouTube. It's a short video, but it's a really important video. It's a really important video. So please, if you can watch it, because there is a breakthrough moment possible today. And one of you on my Angelic Celestial Colours Facebook page has just notified me that today is the 18th of the 8th month in an 18 year. So numerologically, we've got 18, 8, 18. That's the European way of putting it. I know you've turned the dates around the other way in other parts of the world. So we're at 18th to the 8th of the 18th year. And then you can also add 8:18 p.m. or 8:18 a.m. Well, I've missed 8:18 a.m., but I'm going to hang on for the one in the evening. I'm going to have to just summarise briefly, because those of you that haven't watched my video that I put up last night and the post that I put on Angelic Celestial Colours yesterday, you're not going to be up to speed. So basically, yesterday morning, I asked us to focus on the colour energy red. It was triggered because I've hurt my back, so I've been using red as a colour energy to help heal that. Let me just try and think of the chronology of what happened then. Then I ordered some colour mirrors oils, because I'm a colour mirrors teacher as well. I don't teach it at the moment actually, but you know, I'm trained as a colour mirrors therapist, and their bottles look like this, okay? And I was with them for 10 years. And I dowsed which bottles I needed, and there was one bottle, which is bottle number 18, i.e. today's date, the 18 energy, that I didn't buy. But I sort of thought about it. I remember thinking about it and thinking, I don't think I need that one. Now, 18 is the bottle of spiritual and material conflict, okay? And what basically happened is, because I'd dipped into the energy of bottle 18, even though I hadn't bought it, it triggered an attack on me, on my person, via social media. Very unpleasant. Was accused of just being in this for the money, being fraudulent, being a charlatan. But basically, it was all to do with the fact that I charge money for my services. I knew straight away what this was about. I knew it was linked into this energy, bottle number 18, which is a red energy, which is the bottle of spiritual and material conflict. And this is the message that goes with that bottle. I don't know why. There used to be a much longer version of the message, but on the website they haven't got it. Let's just see if someone else has got a better version. But anyway, what the bottle talks about is those of us that are spiritual people who want to be of spiritual service. You have to basically break through your fears, because there is still this old pattern out there that you shouldn't be charging money for spiritual services. As somebody just said, they haven't got the longer message, I don't know why they've done that. This is the message. It says, your health, money and relationships are all the real things in your life. This is the last bit of illusion that needs to be overcome so that you might see them as part of your spiritual journey. To summarise what the 18 energy is about, the colour energy, the red energy, is to do with smashing through the illusion that you cannot be spiritual and also abundant at the same time. That somehow it's wrong, somehow we should give everything away for free and live in poverty, as we probably did in many other lifetimes. That doesn't mean that we have money as our goal in terms of why we work. It just means that money, which is purely energy, is a byproduct of what we do. You create a service, you charge for it, the person pays you an energy exchange that's fair, and so on. You know, the flow of money continues. So I know that today, on the 18th of the 8th month of an 18 year, this energy is coming up to be healed. That's why it was a huge part of why I got the attack on my person yesterday. which I took on the chin as best I could. I posted about it last night. I'm so grateful for so many of you that posted so many beautiful comments. Thank you so much for that. I really felt I had to stand up for myself, actually, with regard to what was said about me and what still might be said about me online, because I know I work from the heart. But I also know that I'm abundant, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Abundance isn't just about money as well. It's about health. It's about happiness. It's about friends. It's about family. It's about pets. It's about anything that brings you joy. Today's breakthrough moment is if you are still sitting with a pattern which says that I want to be of spiritual service, but I'm never going to be able to make a living from it. I'm never going to be able to provide for myself or my family by doing what my heart's calling is. Maybe you are meant to be a healer. Maybe you're meant to be a therapist, and you could be a very good healer. You could be a very good therapist. You could be a very good spiritual teacher. But you can't do it without material means. I sell my colour products, my bottles. They don't grow on trees. You know, I have to pay for all of the ingredients that go into them. I pay for the glass bottles. They get imported in from Europe. I have to pay people to help me make them. I have to pay for people to help me manage my business. There's nothing wrong in any of that. It's actually a blessing. So today is a day. I'm excited about it because, to be honest, I feel I've already broken through it. And I know what lies on the other side of that whole feeling of I'm never going to make it. I'm always going to be poor. I'm always going to be scrimping and saving. And you can break through it, but it's a huge mindset battle more than anything. The best piece of advice I was ever given was by a friend of mine who said to me when I was starting off my business, Amanda, you have to get comfortable with basically investing and spending large amounts of money for your business, but then also realizing that then comes back to you. But you don't ever hold on to it. You then invest it back into what you do. Money is something that comes to us, but then should flow back from us. There's a saying, isn't there, that if you hang on to money, it can almost decay. It's not something that's supposed to be hoarded. It's supposed to be something that's used, and you can use it for an awful lot of good in the world. Think of all the amazing charities that are out there. Think of the amazing companies that have got good ethics behind them, that are trying to really help the planet. In Portugal last week, we had a meal at a cafe. Now, what was it called? I wanted to give it a shout out, but anyway, it was just a nice little cafe selling good, organic, fresh food. And on their menu, they had a policy. It was like an ethical green policy, which is that they had decided that year, well, going forward, they weren't ever going to again buy, for example, plastic straws or plastic cups or anything plastic, including the plastic cups that takeaway coffee goes in. It was all going to be paper, and they had projected how much money they were able to, what that was costing them. I think it was costing them a bit more actually to maybe invest in the greener things, but that wasn't the point. It was the fact that they were doing it because they wanted to give something back to the universe. And of course, when you give something back to the universe, you then receive back in abundance as well. So today is a day where we can, if you are consciously wanting to do the work, break through some of these patterns linked into poverty consciousness. And they can go way back, guys. You know, this can be in our ancestral DNA. A lot of us have had families where, you know, they were poor. They struggled. I come from a family that is middle class. You know, we have the class system in the UK, traditionally middle class family, I guess. But my father came from a working class family who had pulled themselves up by their bootstraps, Go back a couple of generations, my family were all working on the docks in England, didn't have an awful lot of money. You know, you don't have to go usually very far back in your family line to get a sense of difficulty with regard to financial matters. And difficulty in financial matters, I'm also being reminded by Metatron, also brings in addiction to things like gambling. Certainly in my family line, in terms of grandfathers and great-grandfathers, there was a history of that. And literally losing everything, you know, losing everything on the horses. So again, what does that do? What that does basically within your DNA in the present generation, if you're still holding that, is you go into massive fear. Once you start to accumulate money, you think, oh my God, I have to hold on to it, because if I don't hold on to it, I'm going to lose it all. And that again is something that we can bring up for healing today, that it's actually about getting comfortable with a state of being where you know that the universe can provide for you. But that's the big question, guys. That's the thing that maybe you need to be meditating on today. Do you truthfully believe that the universe can provide for you? And this is huge. This is just huge. You know, I'm not saying this is something that we can just wave a magic wand over and sort out in one day. What I'm saying to you and why I'm excited is that today feels like another gateway moment where we can potentially throw some of our old baggage and, quite frankly, crap that we carry, including that from our ancestors, which is a belief that says, I am not abundant, you know, I'm always going to be scrimping and saving and never quite having enough, and maybe I just managed to pay the bills but there's never anything left over. So think about that. Let's pull a oracle card on this. These are the Francis Whitman Universal Energy Oracle cards. It's really about what Metatron is saying. He's asking you to think today about what is your relationship with the universe. Do you see the universe as a friendly, hospitable place with people that actually can help you? Do you also see yourself as somebody that is talented? Maybe these talents are latent. Maybe they haven't yet come out. But that's the card of belonging that we had in my last video. Maybe they're latent. Maybe they've never been tapped into. But you are all born with a gift. You're all born with something that you're capable of doing. Be that sport, be that art, be that music, be that healing, be that business, whatever it is. It's to do with believing in yourself, believing in the universe, that it's got your back. But as I say, today is very much tied into the whole thing about spiritual and material. Well, do you know, the energy is called conflict, but actually I want to rename it. Don't tell colour mirrors that, it might be cross, but I want to call it spiritual and material comfort. Can you just feel how that just changes the whole energy? Spiritual and material conflict is like there's a battle on, you know, there's a battle within ourselves in terms of abundant. If I have to basically, there's this old belief that we've all got, which is many of us, myself included, probably had lifetimes as monks, as nuns. We were in convents or monasteries, and we basically said to the church or institution that we were in, have it all, you know, taking vows of poverty, taking vows of obedience, taking vows of chastity, taking so many, you know, again, flogging ourselves with, you know, the hair shirts, because that was the way to spirituality, to suffer, to have to sacrifice something, that we could only get through the needle, you know, which Jesus talks about, the kingdom of heaven, if we had renounced everything. He never said that anyway. He actually said, be like children and skip through it. And what do children do? They have an energy of abundance and they have an energy of joy. And a lot of children, actually think it's always that they're materially minded. I just think they haven't yet learnt maybe that actually you have to work for a living. I remember with my own kids when I used to get money out of the hole in the wall, you know, the card machines to get your money, the cash dispensers. One of my daughters said, "Wow, it's magic. Can you do that again? How much can you get out?" Not appreciating that actually it was my money that I was drawing out that I'd earned. And I think there was just this thought in her young head, her immature head, that it's like, gosh, you just press a few numbers into this wall and the money just comes out. How amazing is that? But in some ways, that, in all seriousness, is what the universe can provide. If you are on track, if you are aligned to your higher purpose, and you really get into these issues linked into your base chakra and you heal the base chakra, the colour to do it is red. Okay, so I'm going to spray the red crimson base chakra spray, which is the Archangel Metatron spray, and I'm going to pull a card and let's just do a little bit of healing. But I'm going to make this short because otherwise the video won't upload onto Facebook. So let's just feel that red energy flowing around us, and if you're not comfortable with the colour red, get comfortable with the colour red. Eat it in terms of foods. Wear it, visualize it, use red crystals, use red oils, use red sprays, look at a beautiful red piece of art, look at red flowers, get comfortable with the colour red. Let's pull an affirmation card. Oh, well, there's one that just flew out, but I was also attracted to this one just because it's, oh, look, oh God, I can't believe it. I get excited just because I'm still enthralled with the universe and the signs that we get. Look at that. It says exchange. It says share with others all you have, knowing that all you need will be provided. You will never want for anything if you trust that universal energy is abundant. Exchange your worries about lack and loss for belief in plenty and provision. Create an expectation that all you wish for will become a reality by thought alone, and watch as the universal energy unfolds its magic within your life. Oh my God. How perfect. How in tune with the universe are we? It's wanting to help us. So use today's portal, the 18th of the 8th month of the 18th year, if you want to, at 8:18 a.m. or p.m, wherever you are in the world, to look at this within yourself. Dive into the red ray. Don't be frightened of it. You have blood within your body that is red. The earth underneath our feet can be red. Get in tune with red. The heart that pumps in your body is red. The card that flew out, guys, as well, was the card of intuition. Okay, so this is basically just saying, it says your intuition is strong. You feel plugged into the universal energy which surrounds us all. Vibrationally, you are attuned to hear, sense, see, and be as one with all that is. Stand barefoot on the earth, draw her energy up through your souls, ground to the higher energy you are attuned to. It's just perfect. The universe has got our back. The universe is not wanting to harm us, it's wanting to help us break through and step into spiritual and material comfort today. Lots of love, everybody. If I have managed to get this up on YouTube, I post lots of these little videos a lot of days of the week. So sign up to my page if you want to. It's not Amanda Ellis, it's Angelic Celestial Colours. A lot of you are sending me messages on Amanda Ellis, my Facebook page, and to be honest, it is a family page, so I don't look at the messages that come through on that. Angelic Celestial Colours is the way to reach me. Lots of love. Have a good day. Get a bit of red on. I've got red lipstick on. Bye for now.